Hi, hello, welcome in, and welcome to this week's video. This is video number 4, I think, 4 on the channel. And again, as always, I want to thank you for all the support on last week's video. It's very much appreciated. And to everyone that's watching, liking, commenting, I really, really appreciate it. It's very, very kind of you to do so. Also, I wanted to say this at the start of the video. You can catch me over on Twitch. My Twitch links are down in the description. I stream maybe 4 or 5 days a week. I haven't got a set schedule, so I just sort of stream whenever, but I stream 4 or 5 days a week over on Twitch, and yeah, link is down below. It's just twitch.tv/CJBTCC, same as my Twitter. So let's get into this week's video, and this week we've got an interesting video, one that's taken me forever to do the work for and input all the stuff I need to do. But this week's video is this. If I click that button, fancy transition takes us over into here. This is the Premier League table. Now, you've already seen what the video is in the title, but what it is simulating forward on Football Manager until every team that is currently in the Premier League as of the current season, the 2020-2021 season, until every team there wins a trophy. All of them teams from Arsenal, up here, all the way down to Wolves, down here. How many years is it going to take? Well, I know how many years it takes because I've already done the simulations. But let's just say it took me nearly a week of simulating through Football Manager, pretty much non-stop, with streams and stuff in between, but pretty much non-stop of simulating through to get to where I need to get and to where every team has won a trophy. Spoiler alert, if you're a fan of Burnley or Brighton, it's not good news. It's really, really not good news. But let's get right into it. We're going to simulate through to the end of the first season, and we'll see who's won the trophies. Actually, I should say which trophies count, because there's some trophies I'm not counting. So I am counting any league win. So if you win the Premier League, or if you get relegated and then win the Championship, or if you get relegated twice and then win League One. That didn't happen, don't worry. But I'm counting any league win, so Premier League or Championship, and also any playoff win, because technically you do get a trophy for winning the playoffs. I've seen it. They hold up that trophy pretending they're big time now because they won the playoffs. So I'm counting any league win, any playoff win, FA Cup and Carabao Cup, or EFL Cup, whatever you want to call it. They also count. The EFL Trophy, if any team did get relegated down into League One and then won because that's only League 1 and 2. The EFL Trophy, no teams got relegated down into League 1, so it's irrelevant. And also European competition, and the Community Shield, but you also need to have won a trophy already to get into that, so it only counts for the first season. And the European competitions, we're counting the Champions League, the Europa League, and also the new Europa Conference League, which is an interesting one, because some very interesting teams won it, including in, I think, I'm not going to say the year, because then it'll show how far I've gone, but in quite a few seasons' time, Greenock Morton, the Scottish team. We'll just have a quick look where they are in real life now. Greenock Morton, sixth in the Scottish Championship. They go and win the Europa Conference League at one point. So you're starting to get the idea of how far into the future we've actually had to go for this video. But yeah, let's simulate through to the end of the first season, and we'll see who's won the most trophies, or who's so far on the list for trophies. So we've simulated through to the end of season 1, and spoiler alert, Man City have won the domestic treble. So not many trophies to give out at the moment for them, or for everyone. I mean, for them, a lot of trophies. They have won the league. Yippee, go them. We love Man City. They've also managed to win the Emirates FA Cup, otherwise known as the FA Cup. And they've also managed to win the Carabao Cup, or the EFL Cup. So they've won the domestic treble. So they're the only team to have won a trophy. Liverpool won the Community Shield. I can show you that one here. Liverpool won the Community Shield. The only team to win a trophy in 2020, funnily enough, because everything else happened at the end of the season, which is into 2021. And weirdly enough, as well, the other trophy we've got to give out this year is Arsenal winning the Europa League 3-1 over Lazio. Ain't that an interesting one? So, our trophy winners at the end of season 1, Liverpool, Man City, Arsenal. 3 teams that have won a trophy at the end of season 1. Now, interestingly, I did say about the Community Shield would only count for season 1. Well, potentially the Community Shield could count for season 2, because the Community Shield game is going to be between, I believe, I don't know why I'm looking at Liverpool's schedule, I believe the Community Shield game is going to be between Chelsea and Man City. Because Chelsea were runners-up in the Premier League. And the FA Cup. I think first, if the same team wins the FA Cup and the league, I think first place second in the league. I think. I'm not sure, but I think if that's the case, the Community Shield is going to be between Chelsea and Man City, which means Chelsea, if they win that game, could get their trophy through the Community Shield for Season 2. That's the only scenario in which Community Shields could still count down through this save. But yeah, big headlines are, after Season 1, 3 trophy winners. If I remember, I will overlay a graphic on the screen. I've got a spreadsheet of when teams won trophies, because like I say, I've already simulated through everything, but I've got a spreadsheet of when teams have won. If I remember, I'll just overlay a graphic for Season 1, and then eventually I'll put the graphic for the whole thing in at the end. So yeah, Season 1, Liverpool, Man City, Arsenal, Community Shield, Premier League, Europa League. Let's move on to Season 2 and see if we've got any other different winners. It's me, back again, end of Season 2, and we have 2 new trophy winners at the end of Season 2. Funnily enough, the Community Shield was won by Chelsea. They won 3-1 over Man City. Looking at it, Callum Hudson-Odoi, Victor Tsiangankov, who is a very popular signing on Football Manager, and Christian Pulisic were the goal scorers. So not a striker, 3 wingers. He's a winger, isn't he? Yeah, 3 wingers scoring for Chelsea. Thomas Tuchel must love that wing play. But yeah, we've Chelsea, who won the Community Shield, and interestingly enough, Crystal Palace, who got relegated in the first season, straight back up by winning the Championship. Brentford also in the playoffs, but that doesn't matter because they're not a Premier League team. We're not looking at them. So yeah, Crystal Palace winning the league. Southampton also getting automatic promotion. The fact that they got relegated, my heart bleeds, honestly. James Ward-Prowse second in the league for a second. Anyway, it doesn't matter. The video's not about Saints. Palace win the Championship and get themselves promoted, so they're off the trophy list. That is so far Liverpool, Man City, Arsenal, Chelsea, and Palace. 5 teams out of 20 done. That's the only new winners. If we have a look, the Premier League won again by Manchester City. And you look at landmarks, Carabao Cup runners-up. So the Carabao Cup was won by Chelsea, but they'd already won the Community Shield. Premier League winners, FA Cup winners again, so City. And they also won the Champions League, but it's only the first trophy we're looking at. It's how long it takes them to win one trophy. We're not worried about subsequent ones after that. So yeah, Man City might well be in absolute dominance mode at the moment, winning a Champions League, 2 FA Cups, a Carabao Cup, and 2 leagues in 2 years. But we don't care. We're moving on. Season 3. Back again, Season 3, and Manchester is red. Let's have a look. Oh dear, sorry. There we go. Premier League. City's dominance has finally been ended as they fall to a 3rd place finish. Only 1 point. The top 3 separated by 1 point. But Man United win the league this time. They are ticked off the trophy list. And as well as that, we have another team. In fact, I always forget I can just click this little button. Takes me down to the Championship. Sheffield United won the Championship playoffs, which means they are also ticked off the trophy list. It's so interesting that teams like, because of the fact we're including Championship, because it's still technically a trophy, Championship wins and Championship playoffs, you get a trophy for it, right? So teams like Crystal Palace, teams like Sheffield United have been ticked off the list before teams like Tottenham, before teams like Arsenal, it's not Arsenal, sorry, Tottenham, Everton, big teams, Leeds, Southampton, West Ham, Leicester, none of those teams ticked off. I think the teams that are going to struggle, I know which teams struggle, but even before I'm looking at it, I thought the teams that are going to struggle were the teams that consistently finish mid-table, because unless they sneak a little FA Cup win in, they're not getting relegated to come back up. They're not sneaking into Europe at the top end of the table. Teams like Leeds, teams like Burnley, all struggled, and I think it's mainly because of that. But anyway, I digress. Season 3, we can add Manchester United and Sheffield United, which takes our tally up to 7 teams, I think now. We've got Liverpool, City, Arsenal, Chelsea, Palace, Man United and Sheffield United. Moving on to Season 4. What we're going to do, I'll go through the first 5 seasons and then I'll skip forward another 5 seasons. So it's not going on and on and on forever. So yeah, we're moving on to Season 4. Surprise, surprise, it's me again. It's Season 4. And again, as in Season 2 and Season 3, we have 2 new winners. And as in Season 2 and Season 3, one of them comes from the Championship, and that is West Brom. So West Brom have managed to get themselves a little Championship win there on 93 points. Che Adams, top scoring for West Brom there. He went to Brighton for 9.5 million, played 4 games, then went to West Brom for 3.1 million. Manchester scored 19 goals in his second season. Fair play, Che. So yeah, we've got a nice little championship win for West Brom, back up into the Premier League. Let's see how they get on next season. And the other one, we have our first European Conference League win. Where is it? Conference League. I have to probably type in conference, yes. Okay, yep, thanks for that, FM. Conference League win. Tottenham won the Conference League. So, just quickly looking, where do you have to finish in the... Again, why am I going on the squad? Where have you got to finish in the league to get a Conference League spot? So, is it 7th then? Yeah, so Europa League or Europa Conference 2 or UC2. For whatever reason, this season, Newcastle have managed to get in because they finished 8th, but not 7th. There was 2 Europa League spots, and now there's 3 Europa League spots. I don't know, but anyway, Newcastle finished 8th, they get in, but it's all about Tottenham. They have won the UEFA Conference League. I don't really know. It's a really weird competition. First one by Borussia Mönchengladbach, then Napoli, and now Tottenham. 3 Champions League teams, really. So the top scorer was from Panathinaikos, Miguel Angel Guerrero, 33-year-old. Season 4's done. We've ticked off 9 out of the 20 teams, which means we're only 4 seasons in, and nearly half the teams in the Premier League at the start of the year, or the start of this year in real life, have won a trophy. If that was the case, if it carried on like that, we'd be done by like 2031, 2032. We weren't. Let's move on to Season 5. Season 5, 5 years in the future. We are in 2025, and we have, again, 2 new trophy winners, taking our total up to 11. And this time, we're going nowhere near the Premier League. We're going nowhere near the Cups. We're going nowhere near the European competitions. We are just looking at the Championship. Aston Villa won the Championship on 96 points, and Fulham got promoted from the playoffs. Who do they beat in the final of the playoffs? They beat Huddersfield in the final of the playoffs on penalties. They get promoted. So 3 current Premier League teams are all getting promoted there. Sheffield United don't count because, 1, you don't get a trophy for finishing second. Sorry, Sheffield United. And also, they've already won a Championship playoff in Season 3. So 2 new teams added. That's 11 teams in total. Liverpool, Man City, Arsenal, Chelsea, Crystal Palace, Man United, Sheffield United, West Brom, Tottenham, Fulham, and Aston Villa. All done. 11 teams done. 9 teams to go. And 5 seasons down. What I'm going to do, I'm going to skip forward now because we don't, spoiler alert, we don't have any trophy winners now until, I'm looking at my spreadsheet in front of me, the end of Season 9. The reason for that is because you get repeats a lot. Like, we've used 11 teams now, which means if any of them 11 teams win another trophy, it doesn't even count. We're not looking at that. So the FA Cup, the Carabao Cup, stuff like that, is trophyless or is winless for what we're looking at the moment. So we'll skip forward to the end of Season 9, where Saints finally win a trophy. Let's go and have a look at that. Well, we've skipped forward a bit further. It's the end of Season 9. We're in 2029 now. And I'm 32. And I don't like that. I don't want to be 32. But at least when I'm 32, Saints will be promoted back to the Premier League after a playoff win. They are ticked off the list. And Newcastle won the league. They are ticked off the list as well. So, interesting how a 4-season goal drought, a four-season goal drought, you'd be released. A 4-season trophy drought after the end of Season 5, and then 2 in one go at the end of Season 9. But because it's been a little while, I'm going to take a little longer with this one. I'm going to look at the Premier League. But to be honest, not much has changed. But they live under what? No. Chelsea won the Premier League. Man City, Man United, Arsenal, top 4. Arsenal finishing 4th even in 2029. It's unreal. Liverpool dropped to 5th. Thomas Tuchel is in charge there now. What managers have they had? Have they had Steven Gerrard yet? They have had Steven. Wow. I mean, that's a list, isn't it? Starts off with Jurgen Klopp. He gets sacked in the first season, 2021. Gerrard takes over, and after less than a year in charge, he's had the Lampard treatment and he's out the door. Bielsa takes over, and after 2 years and 339 days, retires from management. Liverpool having no luck here. Zinedine Zidane takes over, and nearly 2 years, 1 year and 11 months later, sacked. And now Thomas Tuchel. has been there 1 year, 321 days, but he's got 3 days to equal Zidane's 324 days. I'd be surprised if he makes it that far, because Liverpool finishing 5th is not good for them. If we have a look at the season preview, they were predicted 4th, actually, so, I mean, it's not awful. Erling Haaland is there at Liverpool. Ansu Fati is there at Liverpool. Dan Ormsby is in the Premier League Dream 11, and he's a regen. Who is he? Dan Ormsby starts at Liverpool. He's had loan spells at Brentford, where he did very, very well in the Championship. He was a winger, wasn't he? He's a winger. I guess they're probably playing him up front, to be honest. 17 dribbling, 15 finishing, 18 pace, 16 composure. He is going to score a lot of goals. Knocks ball past opponent. Runs with the ball down the right as well, which I guess is handy when you're playing him on the right. But yeah, not massive amount has changed. Apart from that, the other guys in the Premier League Dream 11 are all not regens. We got this guy, Gvardiol, who's a 27-year-old centre-back for Chelsea. Starts at Leipzig by the looks of it, after a move from Zagreb. He moved from Zagreb to Leipzig, then went back on loan to Zagreb. Played a few seasons at Leipzig, had a £43 million move to Chelsea. So this is nearly 10 years in the future. And it's kind of depressing to look at for Football Manager fans, or for real-life football fans, because nothing, unless you're a fan of the Big Six and Watford. I mean, what? They're obviously overpowered. Miles supports them. I love that rumour. Everton falling away, West Ham falling away a little bit, Leicester falling away a lot. Leicester still not won a trophy, by the way. When will Leicester win a trophy? They've had a lot of managers. Are you taking the Michael? Brendan Rodgers sacked. The man called Steve Beaglehole. I don't want to know how he got that surname. I really don't. Then Jardim took over. Then Adam Baradell as a caretaker. Then Inzaghi took over. Baradell again. Then Bilic took over. Then Ben Petty left a caretaker position. And then Mikel Arteta took over. And one thing I did notice, actually, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer still in charge at Man United. Who'd have thought that? Most people thinks he shouldn't be in charge now, in 2021, let alone in 2029. But to be fair, when we look at the Premier League, he's consistently finished top 4 with them. In the whole save, they've not once finished outside the top 4, and they've won the league as well. So you can't really blame him, to be honest. He's doing the right job there. Quite a few regens in the team. Sancho out on the right. They finally got Sancho. They got Hakimi and they're playing him left back, which is interesting. A few regens there. Aaron Ramsdale's in from Sheffield United. Lot of money in the bank. Still playing at Old Trafford though. I wonder if when we get to the end of this save, even the big massive grounds like Old Trafford, St James's Park and that, because they're a bit older, whether they'll get gone and they'll end up playing. Because, spoiler alert, I keep saying spoiler alert, but spoiler alert, this goes on for like another 30 years before everyone wins a trophy. We're nowhere near the end of it at the moment, but I think that's all I'll show you for now for Season 9. I've got 11 of the teams completed, Newcastle and Southampton, the most recent of those to be done. We'll move on now. I'm looking at my spreadsheet. We've got one at the end of Season 11 and one at the end of Season 12 and one at the end of Season 13. So I think what I'll do, I'll go to the end of Season 13 and then I'll just sort of scroll back a couple of seasons for those teams and see what it is that needs, what it is that they've won. We are at the end of Season 13, so we are, 4 seasons on? Season 10, 11, 12. 4 seasons on from where you last saw me 10 seconds ago. We have 3 new trophy winners. The first of which was, I'll just show you who they are, Wolves. They won the Sky Bet Championship playoff in Season 11, which is 2031. There it is. There is the win up there at the top, in the top right-hand corner. League table, 2030-2031 season. Wolves beat Bristol City in the playoff final. So they are ticked off. Ryan Gary is in charge at Wolves now. He, in real life, is... Where is he in real life? I mean, nowhere. He didn't work between 2018 and 2030. Just don't. At the end of Season 12, which is 2032, we had Leeds win their first trophy. I'm sure they won't be very happy that they were 10 years behind Man United winning their first trophy, but they also won the Championship playoff. If we go back down there. I could have just stayed on the same screen. Really, to be honest with you. Here we go. No, I've clicked on Aston Villa. What am I doing? We're going to stages. There we go. Leeds, Sky Bet Championship playoff 30. No, I'm reading the wrong thing. Honestly, if you don't watch this video, I don't blame you. This is terrible. This is awful. It really is bad. Right, Emirates FA Cup was won by Leeds. History, past winners. There they are. We found them. 2032, they won the FA Cup to the end of season 12. They're out. They're done. And we also have a European winner for the first time since 2024. So it's been 9 years since we've had a new European winner in England. And it's West Ham. Ta-da! They've won the Europa Conference League. I know, doesn't really count, but don't worry. They also runners up in it last year. So, I mean, come on. You start off big team, Gladbach, Napoli, Tottenham, Roma, Valencia, Sevilla, Lazio. Now we're down to Dundee and West Ham and Holstein Kiel. They don't even have any players. They were runners up. They got 4 players. I mean, he's worth something, Christoph Hartmann. He's not very good. I digress. West Ham won the Europa Conference League. It's a catchy name, it really is. We're starting to see a lot more regens now. In fact, most of the people are regens now, because even those that sort of started at aged 18 or 19, we're now so far forward in the save that they're now getting into their early 30s. So pretty much everyone's a regen. I think I saw Marcus Rashford. So Marcus Rashford is still going. He's 35 though, and he's at Chelsea. He's at Chelsea. 42 million Chelsea paid for him last year as a 34-year-old. I mean, he's consistently been insane. Anyway, so season 13 is done. We don't have any other winners till season 16, and then it's a big, massive jump for the next one. So we'll go to the end of season 16. Do you want? I'm not even going to jump. We're just going to do it now. It's the end of season 16, and spoiler alert, it's a team that shouldn't be relegated. In fact, it's a team that have never been relegated, that have gone and won the Championship playoffs. It's Everton. Everton have won the Championship playoffs, beating Sheffield United. Sheffield United love getting to a playoff final. What is there? Look at this. Look. Relegated, promoted, relegated, promoted, relegated. Stayed there for a while. Promoted, relegated. They just can't stay up, bless them. It might be something to do with the fact that Seya Kolasinac is in charge there, but, you know. Everton beat Sheffield United in the playoff final. Everton have never lost a... never been relegated. Everton never ever been relegated from the top flight of English football. Unfortunately, I guess the season before this, they were. Yeah, I mean, consistently falling, to be fair, from like here. They finished 7th here in 2023-24, and then it was 9th, 13th, 11th, 14th, 10th, 10th, 17th, 17th, 20th. There was always going to be a relegation, wasn't there? You know, looking from here and just going downwards. Poor Everton. But it's 2036 now, which means pretty much everyone, even Marcus Rashford, who we looked at before, he's still playing. He's 38 now, playing for Roma under 20s. You're not under 20, you're double that age. Where has he gone now? Marcus Rashford. They paid 10 million. Roma paid 10 million for him at the age of 37, 36 maybe. Okay. What about someone like really young, like Ansu Fati? Where's he? He's still at Liverpool. He's only 33. At 33, you're like, okay, he's coming to the end of his career, but he can still potentially do a job, which he has been doing for them. 31 games in the Premier League with 11 goals. I can't think of anyone younger than Fati. I wonder if Mbappe is still playing. Mbappe is playing for... He never left PSG. Wow. Never left PSG. Granted, he's now in their second team because he's like 34. 37. 37 years. He can't run. He's not strong. He can't run, but if he does run, he can't run for more than 10 seconds. He can't jump. He can't speed up. He's very calm. Not aggressive at all. His positioning's woeful. His tackling's 1. Is his tackling ever been better than 1, though? Do you know what really scares me is, this is 2030. He's born the year after me, which means in this world right now, I'm 38 years old. I wonder if I'll still be sat here playing Football Manager at 38 years old. I don't want to think about it. Anyway, we now just have 3 teams left to win a trophy. And if you've worked it out, well done. You've got a good knowledge of the Premier League. You don't need a spreadsheet like I do. It's Leicester City. It's Burnley. It's Brighton. We're in 2036. Let's go forward to the next time someone or one of those 3 wins a trophy in 2044. Season 24 before the next team wins a trophy. Let's go and have a look. Well, turns out I didn't have a save file for any season after season 20 because I couldn't be bothered to keeping separate save files. You can see here my save files. I saved one at the end of every season up until season 20, and then I just thought, there's 3 teams left. Just carry on going. I did carry on going. We're in season 44. It's 2064. Christian Pulisic, who is how old? 65 years old, has just been sacked by West Ham. He's also been manager of Man United, Juventus, Almeria, Karlsruhe as well. But let me show you the teams that are yet to win a trophy. We'll do it in order. So we have Leicester. Finally, Leicester won a trophy. Now, the funny thing is, the very first season, which in this save is 43 years ago. 43 years ago, they were runners up in the Carabao Cup. They were runners up in the Carabao Cup 43 years ago. The very first season of the save. And look, we can scroll all the way back and have a look. Oh look, for some reason, it was played in Millennium Stadium for a while. Oh, that's in real life, right? Yeah, no, this is the start of the save. First season, runners up in the. They had a chance that they were 1 game away from a trophy. And in where am I? Where have I gone? Come home. There I am. In 2028, I believe, they were the Europa Conference League runners-up. 1 game away from a trophy. Were there any other trophy opportunities in there that I've missed at some point? Looking at finals and stuff? No. We then skip to 2044. 24 years. 24 seasons after where we are in real life. They won the FA Cup. And in the same league, runners-up in the Europa League. They love being a runner-up. Runner-up in the Community Shield the year later. But they finally won the FA Cup in 2044, which I know is even 20 years back from where we are now, which is how far we've had to go to get the other 2 teams, Burnley and Brighton, to get a trophy. So Leicester win the FA Cup in 2044, and just out of interest, have they won any trophies in the last 20 years? They won the Europa Conference League in 2059, and then they won the Europa League and the UEFA Super Cup in 2061, and the FA Cup. Once they won 1, they just kept on going. The stadium capacity has increased to 42,000. They're still playing at the King Power, but it's just been upgraded. Mark Cucurella, who, if you play FIFA, just had an SBC released. He is in charge, a 65-year-old man in charge of Leicester now. Has also been in charge of Lille. Wow, he played till 2038. That's a lot. That's a lot. I mean, he started playing in 2013 and he played to 2038. That's like a 25-year playing career. Yeah. No, I was right. I'm good at maths. Shush. Right, the next team to win a trophy were... I'm sorry, Brighton fans. You are last. It's Burnley. Not with a comma after the L. It's Burnley. They also won the FA Cup, this time in 2053. So that was even... What? 9 seasons after West Ham did it? Not West Ham. Don't know where that came from. 9 seasons after Everton did it. So in 2053, let's have a look. Emirates FA Cup winners there. We go to past winners down here. We can have a look as well. 2053. 2053 Burnley. There we are. And have they won anything since? Watford have won the Premier League, by the way. Have they won anything since 2053? They won the Community Shield after winning it. Then we got a lot of people changing the captaincy over the next few years. And they were runners-up in the Europa League. So they've had a very boring life, haven't they? Still playing at Turf Moor. It's only 22,000. That's not been upgraded at all. Josh Sargent, not the one I went to school with, a different one. He's in charge. Oh, he never left Germany. Interesting. But yeah, he's in charge over at Burnley. Poor people. When people ask me, do I like football? So yes, I do like football. But not Burnley. Burnley and Brighton. Brighton fans, I am sorry. Although, not that sorry. But you are the final team to win a trophy. But, in all fairness, it was the Europa League. Where is it? Europa League winners 2060. Why have I carried on simulating another 4 years after? So they're in 2060, season 40. It rounds out nicely as well with a nice round number. They won the Europa League. Brighton fans, if there is any Brighton fans out there, if you exist in real life, I'm not sure you do, but you know, if you exist in real life, answer me this: would you take not winning a trophy for the next 40 years? If the trophy you then won was European football? I guess not with the Europa League. You'd rather stick a couple of FA Cups or something in that time. Not the Europa. If it's the Champions League, you think, maybe I might take that deal. Not if it's the Europa League. I am done. This video has taken me so long. I'm never simulating through anything on Football Manager ever again. I am done with simulations. If I remember, what I will do is up there, right above my head, I will put in a screenshot of the spreadsheet so you can look and just see what teams won what in what order, if you can't remember. But it was Liverpool, Man City, Arsenal, Chelsea, Crystal Palace, Man United, Sheffield United, West Brom, Tottenham, Fulham, Aston Villa, Newcastle, Southampton, Wolves, Leeds, West Ham, Everton, Leicester, surprisingly, Burnley, and Brighton. And we are done. Thank you guys very, very much for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you did like the video, please remember to leave a like. Leave a little comment if you fancy commenting something. And if you didn't like the video, then leave a dislike. Feel free to leave a dislike and comment and let me know how I can improve in the future. I know this was a long video. If you stuck through it from start to end, I very much appreciate it. Comment kangaroo if you're here still at the end. I'm going to sleep. See you later.